Carl Schurz said, "If you want to be free, there is but one way. It is to guarantee an equally full measure of liberty to all of your neighbors. There is no other." This is our attempt to find meaning in that quote.
Freedom means a whole lot of different things to me. It means more so like, or less, the ability to speak is not freedom. Like people think, that having the ability to, to say what you want or to, more so do what you want without even caring about the consequences, that's freedom. But like, I really think that it's just the ability to do what you want to freely.
Yeah.
And freely without no stipulation.
Do you have a moment or two? We're actually doing a project for a political science class. We're asking people's opinions on freedom in the area. Do you have a minute to just give some personal opinion on it, on film?
On film?
Yeah.
Personal opinion about what?
It's about freedom, what your opinions on freedom of equality.
On freedom?
Yeah, equality.
Alright, so our quote by a well-known German philosopher, Karl Schwarz. "If you want to be free, there is but one way. It is to guarantee an equally, fully measure of liberty to all your neighbors." So would you agree that in order for me to fully exercise my freedoms, that, these two guys or you or him have to have equally as much freedom? I mean, if he's oppressed, does that mean that my freedom is in jeopardy?
Of course it is. Yeah, I think that's a pretty simple answer. Yeah. And we have to make sure that everybody has the opportunity for freedom too. So.
What would you say your part in that creation of the equality of freedom would be?
Making sure that in my capacity that at least the folks that are in my charge have as much of an opportunity.
Because I feel like in your job you deal with a lot of people whose use of freedom has often led to the requirement of your job. People feeling free to do certain things and that creating an instance where you're going to need to help them out, like people having the freedom to smoke in their own home or to have their own barbecues or do whatever.
Freedom to be stupid.
Because along with the word freedom, there comes a lot of positive connotations that one must know to know what freedom is.
Such as?
Individual rights, democracy, liberties, civic duty, freedom of speech.
And the list goes
Goddamn
on.
USA.
There you go.
Goddamn USA.
Definition of freedom in your mind, technically.
Not to be oppressed by others. It sounds probably cheesy, but the Constitution, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness.
What's your opinion on people that pursue happiness but end up sometimes trampling or constricting other people's similar pursuit? Such as criminals, or just people with no regard to other people's freedom.
Well, this is why we have prisons, in order to keep us safe from people like that, but in my opinion that, there are behavioral constraints involved and people make bad choices which then limit their freedom by virtue of the bad choices they've made.
While through our adventures we may not have found the true meaning of freedom and the meaning of this quote, we did find that there are many meanings to the definition of freedom and the meaning of this quote. And while it may be this, freedom! Or this.
What's your opinion on freedom?
Everyone needs to be free. That's it.
But what does it mean to be free?
Be able to mow the lawn and take out the garbage and get a job.
We can be assured that freedom means many things to many people, but in the end, it's important that people are aware of and learn about the various and vast forms of the definition of freedom and the meanings of this quote.